Hello students, how are you all? Welcome to online classes. In the last session we have started biomolecules chapter. In that classification of biomolecules we have completed, and we have started monosaccharides and its classification into aldotriose, ketotriose, aldohexose, ketotriose, like that. Now in this session I am going to discuss glucose preparation and its structure. Now heading students, in monosaccharides the first one is glucose. Glucose, it is available in nature in free state and in the combined state. Free state as well as in the combined state and in combined state. Free state and in combined state, right? So it is present in sweet fruits, it is present in sweet fruits, grapes, sweet fruits, honey, and in honey. So it is also present in ripe grapes, hence it is called grape sugar. Hence it is called grape sugar because it is present in ripened grapes, right? So preparations of glucose, students. Preparations of glucose. First of all, glucose can be prepared from sucrose. Sucrose on hydrolysis in presence of acid then gives rise to glucose and fructose, right? Sucrose boiled with dilute HCl or H2SO4 in ethanol solution, it means alcohol solution, then forms glucose and fructose, C12H22O11 plus H2O, it is in acid medium hydrolysis taking place, C6H12O6 plus C6H12O6. One is glucose, another one is fructose. First one glucose, second one fructose, right? It is taking place in acidic medium. So glucose also obtained by starch when boiled with dilute H2SO4. First preparation, second preparation. Glucose can also be prepared from starch by boiling at 373 Kelvin temperature in presence of dilute HCl. It means in acid medium it will be dissociated, right? Starch formula C6H10O5. Starch is a polymer, big molecule, that's why N times it is polymer, which on hydrolysis with N molecules of water, so then H plus temperature 373 kelvins and something pressure also required, 2 to 3 atmospheric pressure 2 to 3 atmospheric pressure. So it is a starch, otherwise cellulose. Formula same, but the functional group is different, right? Then n moles of C6H12O6, n moles of glucose will be formed, students, right? So by starch, otherwise by sucrose, you can prepare glucose. So these are the preparations of glucose. Now, structure of glucose. Next one, structure of glucose. Yes, structure of glucose. So glucose is also called a dextrose sugar. It means glucose naturally available as dextrorotatory compound. It is large, it is aldohexose, hexose, it means 6 carbon atoms with aldehyde functional group. Glucose is also called dextrose because it is naturally existed as dextrorotatory compound. It means optically, so when plain polarized light is passed through the glucose molecule, it rotated to the right side by the glucose molecule. That's why it is called dextrorotatory compound. So it is most abundant organic compound on the earth. It is most abundant organic compound on earth. It means in every food material it is available, especially by plants, in plants especially, right? Carbohydrates maximum available from plants, right? Now structure of glucose especially. Structure of glucose, to understand this, we should know few points. In the beginning, we don't know the formula. C6H12O6 is nothing but a glucose, and it has 6 carbon atoms, 5 OH groups, 1 CHO group, 1 primary OH group. We don't know all this. So they have done few reactions. By that they expected, yes, there is a presence of 6 carbons. Yes, these are all in linear manner. There are 5 OH groups by some reactions. It means they have done few reactions. By that they confirmed the whole structure of which one? Glucose. Yes. Now, the structure of glucose, given by following reactions. By the following reaction, they decided that yes, it is the structure of a glucose. So those reactions are: first one, so glucose can react with HI on heating with hydrogen iodide, which is a reducing agent, then forms N-hexane. N-hexane means a straight chain with the 6 carbon atoms. By that reaction, they decided that yes, glucose has 6 carbon atoms in a straight chain manner, right? When glucose reacts with HI at high temperature, then gives N-hexane. It indicates the presence of 6 carbon atoms in straight chain in glucose. This reaction indicates the presence of 6 carbon atoms which are present in straight chain, because N-hexane is getting, if it is N-heptane 7 are there, if it is N-octane 8, but they got only N-hexane by reduction. Then the reaction is CHO, totally it is 4 times CHOH, then CH2OH. It is glucose, students. Heating with HI, then CH3, CH2, next CH3, N-hexane. So by that reaction, yes, there is a presence of 6 carbon atoms which are in straight chain in glucose. That's why N-hexane is formed. That is the point they confirmed. Next point after that, glucose react with hydroxylamine. Second one, glucose reacts with hydroxylamine, NH2OH, hydroxylamine, then forms oxime. Glucose reacts with another reaction, hydrogen cyanide, then forms glucocyanohydrine. By that what they confirmed, we will observe first. So C double bond OH, CHOH 4 times, CH2OH. It is glucose, students. Glucose reacts with NH2OH. This H2 and O is removed as H2O. Then gives rise to HC double bond NOH, CHOH 4 times, CH2OH. It is glucose oxime. So similarly, glucose reacts with CHOH 4 times, CH2OH. It is glucose. Reacts with HCN, right, students? Then gives rise to H is shifted to oxygen, CN shifted to which one? That is carbon. H is shifted to oxygen, CN shifted to carbon, right? Then HCOH, CN, then CHOH 4 times, CH2OH. Getting? So this is a glucose molecule, reacts with hydroxylamine, then gives glucose oxime. It is a glucose molecule, react with HCN, then gives cyanohydrine. It is glucose cyanohydrine. It is. Getting? To form this glucose oxime, in glucose C double bond O must. To form cyanohydrine, C double bond O must. So these reactions indicates the presence of glucose contains C double bond O, right? Yes. The above 2 reaction confirm the presence of carbonyl group in the glucose. Yes. The above two reactions confirms the presence of C double bond O. It is a keto group present in glucose, right? If CO group is there, those two reactions will not be obtained. Getting? Yes. Next reaction, students. By next reaction, what they decide? Yes, reaction number 3. Glucose reacts with a mild oxidizing agent, then forms gluconic acid. Mild means aldehyde is converted into acid, right? Third reaction. Glucose reacts with mild oxidizing agent like bromine water, otherwise Tollens reagent, then gives gluconic acid. It means to form gluconic acid, CHO it is. This is CHOH 4 times, it is CH2OH. Yes, it is a glucose. Yes, it is double bond OH it is. It is glucose. Reacts with the bromine water. Then this CHO converted into COOH, CHOH 4 times, CH2OH. It is called gluconic acid. Gluconic acid, students. Yes, it means gluconic acid is formed by the presence of this one CHO converted into COOH. If CHO not there, there is no formation of COOH by mild oxidizing agent. Getting all of you? It means the C double bond O group is a aldehyde group or a ketone group, but in this it is aldehyde group. It means CHO it is, right, students? So due to the presence of CHO group only COOH is formed. That's why this reaction confirms the presence of aldehyde group in the glucose. Yes. This reaction conforms the CO group in glucose is aldehyde group. It is aldehyde group. CO means carbonyl groups. Carbonyls are aldehydes, ketones, acids, like that. So this carbonyl is a aldehyde carbonyl carbon. Aldehyde group it is, right, by this reaction. Next, on acylation, fourth reaction. Glucose on acetylation with acetic anhydride then gives glucose pentacetate. Penta means 5 acetate formed. That indicates the presence of 5 OH groups in glucose, right. Glucose on acylation or acetylation with acetic anhydride gives glucose pentacetate. Yes, how glucose pentacetate formed? CHO, it is CHOH totally 4 times, CH2OH. This is treated with acetic anhydride COCH3. CH3CO, CH3CO, CH3. Acetic anhydride it is. You can be written as CH3CO 2 times and 1 extra oxygen. It is CH3CO twice. OH, H is replaced by this group, CH3CO group. then CHO as it is, here CHO, COCH3 it is. Next CH2O, COCH3. Getting, students? The H in OH group replaced by COCH3 group. This is COCH3, the H in OH group. Here there are 4 OH groups, that's why this will be 4. Right? 4 hydrogens replaced by 4 COCH3 groups, 1 hydrogen replaced by 1 COCH3 group. Totally 4 plus 1, 5 acyl groups substituted in place of 5 hydrogens in 5 OH groups. 4 plus 1, 5 OH groups. 5 acyl group substitution means there are a presence of 5 OH groups. So, glucose pentaacetate formation confirms the presence of 5 OH groups in which one, that is glucose. If 5 OH groups are not there, pentaacetate will not be formed. Yes. This reaction confirms that glucose contains 5 OH groups. These are hydroxyl groups. 5 OH groups present on same carbons or different carbons? Different carbon, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, which are present on different carbon atoms, but not on same carbon atom, present on different carbon atoms, right? Next, after that, 6th one, on oxidation with a strong oxidizing agent, we will get saccharic acid. Yes. This is, yes, 5th point. Glucose on oxidation with strong oxidizing agent like HNO3, then gives saccharic acid. It means CHOH 4 times CH2OH, C6H12O6, it is the formula, students. On oxidation with strong oxidizing agent HNO3, CHO converted into COOH, this is CHOH 4 times, and CH2OH also converted into COOH. CH2OH also converted into COOH. This CH2OH is a primary alcoholic group, then only converted into COOH by strong oxidizing agent. We read in aldehydes and ketones chapter, primary alcohol is converted into carboxylic acid by strong oxidizing agent. Here also there is a primary OH group which is converted into COOH. So, the formation of COOH by glucose indicates the presence of primary alcoholic group. This reaction confirms that glucose contains one primary alcoholic group, at the bottom carbon atom. Right, students? This is the 5th point. And the 6th point is, so general glucose formula is, molecular formula of glucose was found that molecular formula of glucose found that C6H12O6. Molecular formula of glucose was found that C6H12O6. That's why every time I have written 1 plus 4, 5 plus 1, 6 carbons. So 1 plus 4, 5 plus 1, 6 oxygens and totally 12 hydrogens. Everywhere I have written like this. By these all points, by the first point there is a 6 carbon atoms in straight chain conformation. By second point ketone group is present, Cu double bond O. By the third point, yes, the CO group is aldehyde conformation takes place, and by the fourth point pentaacetate formation takes place. That indicates 5 OH groups on different carbon atoms. By sixth point they decided that there is a presence of one primary alcoholic group in glucose, right? By all these points, the exact structure of or the exact arrangement of hydroxyl groups in glucose molecules was given by Fischer by all these reactions, right? Now, yes. Yes, the exact arrangement of all these 5 OH groups and one primary OH group spatially arranged by Fischer, yes. The exact spatial arrangement of 5 OH groups on different carbons was given by Fischer by many reactions, by studying many other properties, right? By studying many other properties. First one is, so this is CHO, first carbon atom, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth, CH2OH it is. So here HOH, OH, H, HOH, HOH. Students, these are all carbon atoms. If I didn't mention anything, there is a carbon atom. There are 6 carbon atoms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon atoms, 6 oxygens and 12 hydrogens, C6H12O6. It is a first structure, nothing but a glucose structure, students. Second one, COOH, yes, it is CH2OH, HOH, OH, H, HOH, HOH. It is second structure, gluconic acid. It means CHO converted into COOH called gluconic acid. Next, fourth structure is COOH, COOH, HOH, OHH, HOH, HOH. Both are COOHs. It is structure number 3, saccharic acid. So these are the structures. As per this, glucose contains 6 carbon atoms in linear chain. So CHO group is there, one primary OH group. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 OH groups are there. Like that, by all those properties, they derived the structure, not they assumed, they finalized by studying many properties. Yes, there is a presence of 6 carbons, 5 OH groups, 1 CHO. They decided by studying many properties, right? Next, glucose is called, yes, glucose is called D plus glucose. Glucose is called, actually the real name is D plus glucose, very very important. Glucose is called D plus glucose, yes, D plus glucose. Students, it is not a negative sign, it is a space, nothing but. D indicates relative configuration. Relative configuration. It means arrangement of H and OH on left side and right side. That is relative. It means comparison with others. Relative configuration. Plus sign indicates optical rotation. Optical rotation. Plus indicates dextrorotatory compound. Dextrorotatory compound. Glucose is a dextrorotatory compound. Dextro means when you pass a plane polarized light to the compound, nothing but a glucose, then it rotated to the right side, that is called dextrorotatory compound. If the plane polarized light is rotated to left by a compound, that compound is called levorotatory. Plus indicates dextrorotatory, plane polarized light rotated to the right side by glucose molecule. Right, students? Yes. So D indicates relative configuration, plus sign indicates optical rotation, very very important. So this plus is also indicated as a small d. Small d means dextrorotatory. Capital D means relative configuration. Lot of difference is there, students. Yes. The dextro and D and L configuration can be explained by taking a reference compound, relative to means comparison with others. So other one is required, the other one is a glyceraldehyde, that is by taking a reference compound, it is a stereoisomer called glyceraldehyde. It is called glyceraldehyde. It means by relative to glyceraldehyde, whether it is a D-glyceraldehyde or L. D configuration or L configuration, relative to, comparison with glyceraldehyde compound. That's why it is called which one? Yes, glyceraldehyde contains one asymmetric carbon atom. Asymmetric means chiral center. One asymmetric carbon atom, chiral center, one chiral center. Yes, it is first one. This is one chiral center. The upside one is a CHO, downside one is a CH2OH. This is HOH. It is carbon. This carbon atom is chiral because CHO, OH, CH2OH, H. All those 4 groups are different. That's why the middle carbon atom is a chiral carbon atom. Right? Next, it is plus glyceraldehyde. It is plus, it is not a minus, student. To put a space, I put one a bar, that's it. It is not minus, very very important. Right? Next, CHO. Next, CH2OH, OH, next one is H, OH and H, right? It is minus glyceraldehyde, minus glyceraldehyde. I put a bar, it is not a negative sign, it is bracket. Negative sign I put in bracket, positive sign I put in a bracket. Plus glyceraldehyde, minus glyceraldehyde, which contains one chiral carbon atom. Students, any compound which is similar to that of a plus glyceraldehyde, that compound is named or said to be D compound, D configuration. Otherwise, any other compound which is similar to that of a minus glyceraldehyde, that compound is said to be L configuration. Yes. Now, I am writing here, students. Yes, point number 1, that is all those compounds, the compounds which can be chemically similar to that of, correlated with plus isomer of similar, it means correlated with plus glyceraldehyde isomer is said to be D configuration, is said to be D configuration. Getting all of you? Correlated with a plus glyceraldehyde. Opposite one, any compound which can be chemically correlated with, it means similar to minus glyceraldehyde is said to be L configuration, capital L it is, L configuration. It means if it is similar to the negative minus 1, that is L configuration. If it is similar to the plus glyceraldehyde isomer, that is called D configuration. Very, very important. If you observe glucose, students, so to confirm the configuration, here there are 1, 2, 3, 4 chiral centers are there in glucose. If you compare this 1, 2, 3, this is all under fourth group, different, that's why chiral. If you compare this 1, 2, this is under 1 and this is under 2, all are different. It means 1, 2, 3, 4 chiral centers which surrounded by the different groups. There are 4 chiral centers in the glucose, right? So which chiral center is considered to decide whether it is a, which one, D configuration or L configuration? Many are there. That's why you should consider the bottommost chiral center or asymmetric center considered to decide D or L configuration, right? So that is lowest asymmetric carbon atom. Next point, lowest asymmetric carbon atom. Asymmetric means chiral center is considered to decide D or L configuration. So it is very, very important, better you put a box, students. First point, second point, third point. plus glyceraldehyde, similar to plus glyceraldehyde, D configuration, similar to minus glyceraldehyde, L configuration. So we need to consider the lowest bottommost chiral center to decide which one that is D or L. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, it is bottommost. So this is, okay students, just observe this. This is bottom chiral center, bottom chiral center, right? We need to consider this. HOH CH2OH, HOH CH2OH. The bottommost chiral center is similar to that of a plus glyceraldehyde configuration. If any compound which is similar to plus glyceraldehyde, that is said to be D configuration. Right students? Yes. Now, if you observe a minus glyceraldehyde, OH is there, but here it is HOH. Getting all of you? Yes. Now, the important point is in glucose, the lowest chiral center configuration is similar to or correlated to, similar to plus glyceraldehyde configuration. So any molecule which is correlated with the plus glyceraldehyde, it is said to be a D configuration. Hence, glucose is D configuration. Glucose is in D configuration. Very, very important. Hence, glucose in D configuration. Glucose in D. Because the lowest bottom or the bottommost chiral center configuration is similar to HOH CH2OH, HOH CH2OH to that of plus glyceraldehyde. So any compound related with the plus glyceraldehyde, that is said to be a D configuration. That's why hence glucose is said to be a D configuration, students. Right? What is the meaning of D and L? D and L decided by plus glyceraldehyde and minus glyceraldehyde. So glucose configuration is similar to that of plus glyceraldehyde for the bottommost chiral center. Hence, glucose has D configuration, right? It is a chain structure till now I have discussed. In our next video, we will discuss the cyclic structure of glucose, right?